Alright, I got my new thing set up, so we should be good. Cool. I'm ready when you guys are.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Our adventurers have found rest for the night within Sigmar's Haven. Some of them perhaps slept with refugees, maybe some within the cathedral itself, hoping to gain some kind of protection or ward from the Inquisition and its witch hunters. Still, the sun rises and our party remains unharmed. They all awaken and slowly drag themselves to the cathedral, where the rest of the Grail Knights are waiting for their journey into Mordheim. You step within the cathedral and it is dark now, perhaps in an attempt to conceal the people there. When in the darkness of the cathedral, you can still feel a light washing over you. For some of you, it is calming, and for others, it's repulsive in its own sense. It's as if it rejects you.
Man, this is some nice light.
This fucking sucks.
Not really light.
I don't like
Yeah,
this
this
at
is
all.
not.
Yeah, no, that feels pretty good to me.
That's good for you.
Yeah,
Should
like
we?
a bed step now.
That's good for you. I'm damn near writhing in agony.
It's like a bump of wart dust.
What?
Yeah.
What is this painful light? I ask. I need to learn more.
As you say this, one of the knights that you've not spoken with turns to you. He removes his helmet and spits at the ground in front of you. And he goes, "It is the scourge that punishes chaos. It is the light of Our Lady."
I wish it wasn't quite so bright. But
It is the
continue.
brightness that burns the darkness.
Hey, buddy. Hey, dickhead. Don't spit at my friend.
You are no friends of mine, and I care not which friends you have. Galahad may wish to entreat with you, but I know what you are, and I will not trust you.
Spit at fucking strangers then too. So that's nice. Good job. Real polite.
Pay him no mind. I appreciate the sentiment, though.
He turns heel and puts his helmet back on and returns to his prayer. You can see Galahad is once again at the front of in front of the altar. He's kneeling down when a grail has now been placed upon the altar itself.
Real quick, I just imagine that guy. He's like kneeling and praying, and then he just gets up, bitch, and it just goes back to what
That's
he
what he
did.
did.
What an asshole! All right, sorry.
What are you afraid of, the dick god?
What an asshole! You're
They pray to
complaining
the
about
Lady
the
of
light of
Light.
his whole.
Yeah,
you're-
no, I'm saying I
complaining
understand
about
why.
his holiness.
I understand why, but he's still an asshole.
So
I don't
yeah.
know. You're the one complaining about what's the light.
I want to do an
I mean,
insight check on this
I'm
grail.
not giving this dude a stink eye.
You want to do an insight check on the grail itself?
Yeah, on the little cup thing.
Awful bold of you to assume it's a living thing. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't
I mean,
it be an
Wouldn't it
arcana
be like a
check?
yeah?
Um,
Yeah, I was about to say, wouldn't it be a
Oh,
No.
Arcana.
magic check?
No, it's a
Okay.
living thing. You could definitely do an insight check to it.
Oh, Jesus.
20. Oh no, 22.
The energy and the light is coming from something inside the grail.
Fucking wacky. Man.
Okay, I like put my hands in front of my eyes and I say I'm not looking at that anymore.
I want to look straight into it. Ark of the Covenant style.
I
You want to approach the grail.
I am not smart.
As you advance forward and are about to peer into the grail, you feel an iron and mail-clad gauntlet pressed on your chest gently but firmly as Galahad looks to you and goes, "Pardon me, Sirrah, but not any man can gaze upon the lady's face. Only the chosen."
Well, you should probably have like a rope around it or something so people don't just walk the fuck up to it.
I'd rather keep my distance. Objects such as these have given me quite the migraine.
You'd not see the lady, but what you would see would perhaps torture you, and I cannot bear that fate upon you. I'm glad that you've returned, however. Before us lies a rather arduous task, and while my allies would not have you with us, I myself have confidence. The lady has guided me, and I believe that the lady has guided me to find you.
Find who?
However, we have an
All of
issue
us?
sorts. Indeed. I've seen your faces in my dreams. a wolf man,
Oh.
a lizard, a beast,
You
and,
are the one from my dreams.
and an elf with dark intent. Regardless, the lady believes you are on the path of righteousness, whether you know it or believe in it.
Don't mind
Cool.
me.
However,
Path
we
of
do have an
righteousness.
issue.
I do not know much of righteousness.
Indeed, but you will, I believe. That will be proven here today. But for us to leave, we must overcome a certain obstacle. Since your arrival, the witch hunters have summoned one of their high inquisitors, and he is patrolling this area. He's looking for you, and no doubt for us. We may be followers of order, and we may fight against the forces of chaos, but fanatics such as him, if we do not worship Sigmar, then we are an enemy.
Could we get out of here then?
Were that we could. However, I have noticed they have guards posted at every one of the exits, and as of yet, we've not found another way to escape.
I do not know much of this land, but for some reason I trust you, friend.
The place has catacombs, maybe? Or wait, is this just a camp?
This is merely a refugees camp built around a cathedral. I don't know if there would be any catacombs. Perhaps some were sealed away. However,
Perception check.
this cathedral was once held by the Sisters of Sigmar. They may know a way out.
Oh, cool. Well, yeah, I was just thinking, I mean, if there's nowhere to get around these guards, why don't we go down? Who ever tries going down?
Okay, well,
There are those that tend to travel downwards, greenskins and Skaven. There's no doubt that you would encounter them down there.
Or maybe to escape these places, or maybe to get into the. Are we trying to get into this place or out?
No,
trying
we're
to
just
get
trying to
out.
get out.
Maybe if we need, maybe we think like the Skaven then, if that's who their enemy is, and they can get past them all
Think
the
like
time. We just need to
Skaven,
think like a rat.
disgusting pig.
When you say this,
Should
the
we stoop
man
so low?
who spat at Dharmir earlier pulls his helmet off again and says, "Think like Skaven. These are the men you bring with us."
I seem to be kicking your ass. The campman is fucked.
You think Skaven are what have brought us back? What stemmed our tide? Do not be a fool.
Beanskin, Skaven, whatever it was, this would be a military camp and not a refugee camp. If you
Challenge my skill again, and I shall have mine honor redeemed.
okay.
Sir, I don't quite know your name, but as much as I dislike the Skaven, I believe that when we're being hunted like rats, we should probably think like them. I think Duetonemous Riker has a point.
I'd like to go talk to the lady with the big war hammer. I think that she was pretty cool.
She
I
wants
think
to
she
go
might
back
help
to
us out.
Sisters of Sigmar.
The matriarch was last seen in town, but since the night has passed, can't be sure where she is. But you could definitely try to find her.
How crucial is it right now? Like, how much time do you think we have? Since we're being searched for, right? Am I missing something?
You are being searched for, yeah.
Yeah, but how much time do we have?
Well, I don't know how much time you have. That's going to be up to what you guys do.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for the lady.
I'd like to do a quick perception check from. Let's see. I'd probably have to pass like an acrobatic check or something, but I kind of want to climb up a tree and then just kind of get a good look around.
You're inside the cathedral still.
We're still in the cathedral. Is there a scaffolding or something to climb up? Just to
Maybe
There's like some holy artifacts and statues you could climb up.
Well, I don't think I'd want to do that. There's no like things that people use to like maintain the cathedral. You know what I mean? Like just kind of.
There's not really many implements around at all. This place is pretty barren. It's been destroyed and looted before, quite clearly.
Fair enough. Okay.
Is there a set of stairs?
Is there a set of stairs?
Anywhere? Is it like a multi-story
This
place?
is the first floor. There's just one floor.
Okay.
Then.
There might have been another floor at some point, but it looked like it's been, essentially it looks like it's been destroyed enough times that it's been rebuilt in its own way to now serve a slightly smaller capacity.
I'd like to go to the doorway and then just kind of do a perception check and try to find a place with a higher vantage point to then do another perception check. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a d20. 17.
Okay. Give me a stealth check, too.
Oh. There's just a doorway. Does that also do 20?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, it's a doorway that people have been watching.
12.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
Not terrible.
You peer around, and your eyes light up as you notice another building not far away. One of the few that isn't just another tent that looks like it has a sturdy roof for you to climb upon. As you begin to go back into the shadows, however, you feel like you notice out of the corner of your eye another pair of eyes staring right back at you.
Hmm. From outside, obviously. Right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'd like to immediately say I think that we have company. I think there's enemies
Oh.
afoot.
I'll put on some tea.
Galahad?
Ready yourselves, friends.
Galahad, is there like a back door situation
Perhaps a
in this
catacomb.
church?
Could be a catacomb, right?
Or we could look for a catacomb.
You guys really want there to be a catacomb.
Sounds
I
like a good time.
mean,
I like
I mean,
catacombs. I'm all about
I
it.
thought we could escape into like the tunnels if there was tunnels, you know, like it'd be cinematic.
Yeah.
It was just an idea.
Escaping
Not
through a
really.
back entrance is something you may risk if you wish it. However, I will not ask the same of my men. This place is surely surrounded. There are already people watching it, and our only protection now is that this was once a holy church of Sigmar. They don't wish to spread blood in it unless they have to.
All right. Well, we're like an okay group of warriors. What if we just help you push through the enemy lines? Will you help us then?
Six.
We are not
You really
like
want to
them.
declare war on
We
all
will
of
not
the
slaughter
Sigmarites?
the Sigmarites. If they wish for battle, we will give it to them. But
yeah, I'd like
though they are misguided, they fight our common enemy, and I will not slaughter them with abandon.
Do you have any ideas, Tecta?
No, I'm gonna leave this on you guys. You're the ones who have the weird ideas today.
I just did a
Sure
perception
you've
check
had
and I
any.
got a 7 looking for another way out of here.
Your eyes scan the room frantically, and you do imagine that behind the altar is probably a room where the priest would have resided, which likely has its own exit. However, you can't say for sure as your eyes only glanced over the area momentarily with flitting motions.
I think we
You
need
hear
all need to
a
do some
rapping
searches.
upon the door of the cathedral.
Yeah, I think we need to do some quick searches here. Anybody else
And
like
you-
to do
Yeah,
some perception
can we
checks?
Then hear a booming voice say, "Heretics, mutants, apostates, no more shall you defile our holy church."
Man, this is not a cool, chill situation.
Duetonemous, can you could you look for a place? You hit any?
Okay. Can I do a stealth check to like sneakily go investigate the altar, get to the room?
You want to start moving towards it without anybody else noticing?
Yes.
I mean, the Sigmarites can't see you, so you'd just be trying to conceal your actions from the Grail Knights.
Okay.
They already said you could leave if you wanted to.
Do we claim sanctuary?
You can try to.
I'd like to ask Sir Galahad.
And maybe
I don't-
attempt to persuade them to help us get like out of here with their big muscles.
Could buy us time.
It's up to you guys.
Duetonemous, what do you think? We could perhaps claim sanctuary that would buy us time to find a way out or find an exit and sneak out. There seems to be a building out that we could hide out in that looks mostly abandoned. Not too far from here. We just need to get there first.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not very sneaky, but I'll try to get there without being seen.
Yeah, I'm not the sneakiest, but yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Well,
And
perhaps.
Sounds
I'll
better
also
than
admit,
staying
I
here.
think I'd struggle with being sneaky.
Well, no, it's not about it
I
being
don't know why.
sneaky.
Your whimperings and prattlings, your ideals and plans of nefarious intent to bring ruin to Sigmar are at an end. The High Inquisitor is here, and he will have words with you. You will
Shit!
exit this church without any weapons, or you will all be slaughtered.
God, these guys! I keep getting my ass kicked by everybody in this whole goddamn city. I don't know if I would usually just be dumb and beefy about this, but I really don't want to die. And I got my son. I got shit to do.
Well, then what do you want to do? Should we
I don't know.
should we just surrender our weapons? I don't
Yeah,
know if that
I
would
think
surely
I
mean
throw
death. They
down
don't.
my sword.
These people are literally sacrificing. Like putting
Yeah,
people
I
up
don't want
on
Well, just
stakes
stop
and
being a
stuff.
heathen.
to give up my warhammer.
You've provided absolutely nothing of importance to this conversation, Tecta. Please just relax. I'm just
Heathen, aren't you?
saying. I'm just saying. But okay, so what do we do if we don't want to die? Do we want to like find a sneaky way out? I still think you could do perception check, Duetonemous record, just to see if there's like
You
a hole.
have 1 minute, or we will burn even this church to the ground.
Can you please do just perception check just to see if there's any way possibly out? If we don't find anything, then, or I don't say perception check. I just say like look around. Sorry, I don't mean to like. I gotta say that correctly. But I whisper it to him.
You begin hearing shuffling feet beginning to surround the church.
Shit.
Outside
We
begins
have
to
to take
chant.
that fucking warhammer and blow out the wall of this church so we can escape.
I pull out my warhammer for sure,
That might piss off our friends here.
and my shield.
Yeah,
Well, it's been rebuilt a billion times. I say
The
this.
storm and the tempest! Sigmar, deliver us!
So we still have a minute.
You want to hit that wall?
Fucking
They're
Magitha
surrounded.
just like
We're surrounded.
runs towards the altar. I can't talk. Runs towards the altar.
Something
Gonna
with
smash
the.
their altar?
I'm pretty sure
No, I
we,
meant,
we
like,
have
blow
a,
out the
a holy
altar,
grail
get
right
outta
in
here.
front of us.
Galahad immediately seeing you
Oh,
look upon
shit.
the altar stands in front of you and says, "Do you attempt treachery now in this moment of darkness? Have I misjudged you, servant of chaos?"
No, I'm just trying to hide. Just trying to hide like behind the altar. I'm really freaking out at this moment in time. Like
Just
I
relax.
forgot about this thing. Okay.
Galahad, what do you suggest here?
Galahad puts his hand on your shoulder, Magitha, and says, "Fear not, the lady will be with us. They have not yet promised harm, and while they may be fanatics, they do have their own codes. If the High Inquisitor wanted you dead, he would have already stormed this church. If I were you, I would relinquish your weapons and speak with him."
I think that's fair at this
Okay.
point.
What is Galahad wearing?
Galahad is clad in full plate with a Crusader's cross helm. He also has a number of finery and markings depicting like stature, various noble deeds that he's committed, that sort of thing. And he has
Okay.
a shield with the grail emblazoned upon it.
I'm gonna like cower behind him, but also take my warhammer and like set it aside, and also my mace and set it aside. But I'm gonna keep my shield
I
on
think I
me.
want to go outside.
I
When
don't
you,
want to go outside.
when you step behind him, the Grail Knight from earlier that spat at Dharmir stands up, goes over to Galahad, draws his sword, and stands in a defensive position around you as well, and goes, "The servants of Sigmar will not touch you until they have proven their honor. Stand tall."
I'd like
I
to.
stand
That's
3'9" tall.
Say this to him.
I'd join you all in a squad in like a formation, but I'd like to. Is this a thing that I could do? I want to open the door so we can talk to them, or just kind of see, like, get a better idea, I guess. But use my mage hand to block the entrance, and I don't know if it's translucent or not, but so that we can and I'll just drop it when we, agree to everything and we've talked through everything, and we just kind of get a
Well,
better
you
idea.
have less than a minute now at this point to leave before they set it on fire.
I'm
Mhm.
just fucking. Well, I look at the Grail Knight and say, "I'm sorry we've caused you all this trouble. I'm gonna walk out there. I don't know what the rest of them are gonna do, but I'm just gonna go outside. Thanks for your hospitality, Sigmar. Bless you."
All right.
Sigmus walks up beside Duetonemous and looks up at him and says, "Father, that's the first thing you've done in the most recent past that I can actually approve of. I will stand beside you."
He just wanted to
That's my
bust open
fucking
a wall.
boy.
He just wanted to bust open a wall just a few seconds ago.
Sometimes bravery doesn't mean just killing everyone.
Yeah, but then he
Sometimes
decided
bravery
he
means-
had a change of
Oh,
heart. Yeah.
fair enough.
What a teachable moment
Wow.
here.
All right.
Sometimes
Well,
bravery means facing your enemies with your words.
Trying to be all
Duetonemous
tactical here.
swings
Oh.
the cathedral doors wide and is greeted to a horde of followers, adorned with the scriptures and tattered garments of the servants of Sigmar, of his greatest zealots. Each of them is brandishing a crude weapon and torch, and at the host of them is a man dressed, adorned in fine imperial finery, specifically from Reichland. Upon his hat is the marking of the witch hunters. He stands with his arms behind his back and looks to each of one of you. Chillingly enough, despite this haunting scene, there's a very kind smile on his face. And that is despite the number of witch hunters around him with rifles poised to fire.
He's like a David Koresh
Shit.
type figure, like a Jim Jones. Okay.
He says, when you open the door, he says, he looks up and his smile grows a little bigger and he says, "Ah, perhaps the light of Sigmar is with us this day."
I mean, I would hope. Don't burn down their church. Like, I'm tired of this Civil War bullshit. I haven't had a drink in 36 hours. Just tell me what the fuck you guys want and why you're gonna burn down these dudes' church. They didn't do shit to you.
I wouldn't want that either.
We're all followers of Sigmar here, so let's chill the fuck out.
Indeed. I think not. Though perhaps you can serve Sigmar in your own way. They are no followers of Sigmar. They follow their lady, some heretical god. And they use our church for those purposes, but I overlook this. Why? Because they serve noble purposes. Those who serve noble purposes may yet serve Sigmar in their own way. I wonder if you are of such stock.
Usually not, but today I'm feeling particularly hungover. I get through this.
Feel pretty noble today.
Awful.
Well, alas, I only see one of you. Are you the only one of courage, or will the rest of you not walk out?
I went down to see if my son's beside me.
Sigmus comes out from behind you. He's definitely has a nervous look about him. When he first walked out, he seemed confident, but there's something about this man that's deeply unsettling to Sigmus.
Since my boy-
I go, yeah, he's creepy.
I'll
give you that.
slowly
When you say
emerge.
this,
Sorry.
the man laughs heartily.
I'm gonna take
I don't
all
like how
3
fucking
9 of
jovial
myself.
you were. You're about to just burn a bunch of people alive, you jovial dick.
I was going to
You have a
serve
little bit of
Sigmar.
fucking humility about it.
And I walk up by Cygnus, because if a kid can stand up to this dude, I feel like I should be able to stand up to this dude.
Yeah, it's my boy, Inspired.
When he sees Magitha, his eyes widen, but not necessarily at anger, but in a sort of genuinely pleased surprise, as he says, "I don't think I've ever heard of a beastman walking into a Temple Sigmar and walking back out. It's a pleasure to meet you."
Hey, nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name is of little importance, though I am High Inquisitor Velkoth. You may call me that if you wish, but I am simply a humble servant of Sigmar.
I look at Tecta and I say, thanks for standing with me, and I would play your cards real close to the chest with this kooky fuck.
I just nod my head in agreement.
Now that you've all come out, he begins to shuffle from side to side, looking at each of you. Although the kind smile stays on his face, his eyes are cold and calculating. You feel as if he's sizing each of you up, deciding what his next move is going to be. He then stops moving, and he looks to each of you and goes, "Well, I'm sure you have some notion of why I've gathered you before me, and while I do believe you may be able to serve our God, I would have you prove that to me. So I ask each of you, why should you live today, after stepping within our church, profaning it with your dark magics and your wicked beliefs?"
Want us to do some shit? I bet you want us to do shit, or else we would be dead, right?
All perform tasks in his name. There may be a task for you, true, yet why should I entrust you with it?
Was that it?
My guess
Yes?
is if you had any options, you would have fucking taken them over a group of strangers.
The light of Sigmar has its ways, and we have the strength to overcome any task that we see fit to do so. However, I need not endanger myself or my men with this task. Why not instead grant redemption to those that are on the path of darkness, and in that own effort, spread forth his will?
In what way?
I gotta tell you, it appears we don't have a lot of fucking options here. So why don't we speed things along here?
As I mentioned, I have a task for you, but you've yet to prove why you deserve to live. So let's hear from one of your other compatriots.
Guys, why do we deserve to live?
I look him in the eye, walk forward slightly, and state that my only goal is to stop the spread of chaos.
Indeed, Lizardman. And in that sense, we are aligned. However, Your people have more than once, for no reason known to us, for yours are a strange people indeed, have brought death and destruction to the Reichland, to the Midland, and even to Marienburg. It is
What
hard to call you allies of man.
What hasn't brought fucking destruction to Reichland? Let me ask you that.
Those of the faith.
Yo, oh, really? Alright. I kind of smirk sarcastically, like, yeah, like, faith has never fucking caused ruin and destruction before. That's the look I'm trying to convey with my face.
Although I don't necessarily serve as high of a cause of you, I do serve myself, and at the end of the day, I think that there's only that's about as noble as any one person could get. That being said, I see no reason to disrespect your guys' religion, and I'm willing to help.
He'd like to live, and he'll probably do what you say.
Self-service is only a virtue when it is aided by righteous intent.
Mm-hmm.
And what of you, little beastman? You are truly an interesting curio to me. So tell me, why should you live?
Well,
Or
Bell,
is it he or she?
she.
Okay. Yeah, she's adorable for one.
Thank you, Duetonemous. Well, Velkov, I kind of watched everybody that I know die a horrible death, and I have been thankfully granted a second chance, and I kind of want to use that second chance to, I don't know, do something. Anything would be nice, except for dying.
Velkov stops, turns full heel to face you, and gets on his knee, and takes to one knee, placing his hands on your shoulders. Once he gets closer to you, you can see that there are tears streaming down his face and mixing into his white-gray beard.
This is really intense.
Truly, finally, words of justice and honor, words of purity, and even from such a dark source. Sigmar works in truly mysterious ways, and I have never felt more blessed.
Well, we don't feel very blessed right now, considering you're just about to burn us alive, so...
Could you? Your hands are really heavy. Could you get them off my shoulders?
His grip from your shoulders and says, "Of course. Forgive me." Well, you should all feel very fortunate that Sigmar's light has at least touched one of you. You will indeed live, if only to give this beastman its chance at redemption and light. And I do indeed have a task for you, if you wish to make it out of here. For while I now wish you no harm, this mass around you of Sigmar's devoted, they still wish for blood.
I lean down to Tecta and I go, "You saved our fucking ass, thank you."
You mean Magitha?
Magitha,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
Oh, Magitha. Sorry.
I have no.
Do you have a last name, by the way?
No, just one name, like an animal.
I have no doubt that you already wish to enter Mordheim, so our causes do in a way align. Perhaps they even align with those Bretonnians. They want to go to a similar area, from what I understand. I've heard whispers of why they are here, though I don't know for sure. And that is where I'd like to start. So I'd ask you directly, rather than have to trust them, now that I know that there is righteous among you. Tell me, why is it they wish you to go to Mordheim?
Hey, we're supposed to
rescue their lost allies.
I'm sure have different goals. I have my own purposes in Mordheim, but I can't speak for the rest of them when I say that I wish to abate this wolfen curse that afflicts me and my son.
Then you are sons of Ulrich.
Without Warpstone, we will surely turn into beasts.
There is nobility amongst there is more nobility amongst you than I imagined, perhaps. This is good.
Probably not.
You will need that honorable spirit to survive what awaits you. Now, it's come to my knowledge that the Bretonnians here, they seek a sword that has been lost for some time and has somehow made its way to Mordheim. I do not seek this sword myself. It is an artifact of their god, and I would not wish to profane it. However, There is a force that we have detected. We believe may be involved with this sword. It has the foul malignance of chaos, and we wish it to be destroyed.
Of course, it's always destroy a fucking cursed thing. Seen that happen once or twice, and I gotta say,
This is no object. This is a spirit, a soul they wish to bring forth from the dregs of Mordheim, one of the old Chaos Lords.
Jesus, Chaos Lords. I got my ass kicked by a bull dude like 20 minutes ago.
Indeed.
Or like 12 hours ago.
You speak of the beastmen of the Ungor tribe. We've noticed them as well and find it rather curious. It's hard to know where the beastmen appear where they do, but I doubt it's a coincidence that a comet has appeared here before and the beastmen are here now.
Fair enough. Well, if we're fighting a chaos god, I gotta prepare. We need funds. We need something to do this. I'm sure. Like I said, I've been getting my ass kicked all over town.
Those who follow Sigmar will find their way. You will find yours. Your life has already been gifted to you by us.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Because
you're
you
quite
fucking
welcome.
made me. Jesus.
You're quite welcome.
You
Despite
and
your
blessed
myriad of
guns.
insults, his face has literally not changed.
I know. It's creeping me the fuck
Jesus.
out right now. I'm like trying to get this dude to emotionally react, and he just won't. And I'm like, God damn it! Usually I can taunt people into being like, but this guy is like some weird cult leader.
I'm pretty
I do,
uncomfortable, so I'm just gonna keep it to myself as much as I can.
I do, however, recognize that reward can come through faith as well. So I will grant you this. Should you accept our task, we will also allow the Bretonnians to leave with you. You may complete their objective and therefore receive their funds and their support, while also completing our own. And therefore, you may keep your hearts and souls, that you may give them up to Sigmar's light.
Sigmar, Ulrich, fucking potato.
Ulrich was Sigmar's teacher. Sigmar is the true light, the true path for all of humanity.
Belkop, it's very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. You said something about these people around us. Could you maybe like call them off? You seem to like have some sway over people.
He looks to you and then looks to the crowd. As he begins to turn towards the crowd, you see his face change to more of a brutal snarl. And he says, "What are you standing here for with your weapons? Prepared to slaughter the chosen of Sigmar? Be gone!"
There it is. There, I literally say out loud, "There it is," and I point at him.
The rest of them, like, basically scramble in fear, some of them even dropping their weapons as they run away.
Oh, like this dude.
So it's just
I'm
like
sorry.
an
I'm
angry
sorry I
mob.
insisted we come here. Orcs would have been preferable to this.
Now, expeditions to Mordheim take their time. However, I suspect once we hear word of your return, you will report to me. Good day, all of you. And he walks away.
And whatever, bless you.
Have a good day, dude.
Seems like we kind of our plans have been railroaded for the time being.
I wiped the fucking sweat from my brow, and I'm like, Christ alive. Intense, man. Intense, right?
So
That was very intense.
did he say that? I guess I'll be talking. Did he mention that we'd actually be helping us get into Mordheim, or he's just doing this? We're
Nope.
just doing this
He
because
He said that
wants
he's
us to
going
do
to
it.
allow you to take the Bretonnians with you who have the means to get into Mordheim.
But only if we destroy this
Okay.
this cursed.
But only if you
Yeah.
do what he wants, yeah.
We do.
I do
Whatever
not
this
trust this
cursed
state.
thing is.
Neither
We do
do
get
I.
something
Not,
from it, at
not
least.
as far as I can throw him, which is honestly pretty far, but bad thing.
Yes,
bad
but-
analogy.
Hell yeah, it
If
is.
we
He's
don't
funny, yes.
trust him and do what he says, he could probably kill us all.
Yeah, no, I get that feel.
So we
Yeah.
have the option of death or doing what he says, at least for now.
Can you like give us a map? Do we know where this fucking spirit is?
He only said that it was connected to the sword in some way.
Well, can we
We
like?
don't know where the fucking thing is. But
The
we gotta find
Bretonnians know where the sword was, as he said. He is noticeably leaving information out, that's correct. But he didn't leave you blind. He's giving you a way to get there.
Okay.
Well, do we have
He's
to?
fucking piecing us along like he's leaving Skittles.
Exactly.
I suppose.
James
Exactly.
Woods right now.
Do we have to
Yep.
do this now? Is this on the way to any other place?
It's in Mordheim,
It's in Mordheim, so we'd have to do it when we get there.
and so is the sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should like piece the fuck out of Sigmar's Haven. I'm
Destroy.
very uncomfy
Yeah.
here.
Doesn't sound like a good place.
We're going to
Destroy.
find those fucking Bretonnians then.
The
I mean, those
Bretonnians are in
Bretonnians are
Sigmar's
probably pretty
Haven.
savage warriors, and I mean, we're already fucking here, so.
We were talking to
Bretonnians aren't like
Galahad.
these dudes. I'm sure they're fine.
So we need skulls for the throne.
Well, that's if you choose to continue to help the beastmen. You don't
If
have
we want to.
at this point.
Yeah. We gotta destroy an evil sword. We could
Wait,
bring
allegedly.
1,000 GP.
5,000.
Oh, 5,000
Yeah,
GP.
I turn around to the rest of the party and I go, look, if we're going to be fighting an evil chaos, we probably want some Sigmarites on our side. Their magic is pretty powerful against these fucking chaos gods.
But like, what if we just
Our
avoided
magic
that whole...
stands strong against chaos as well.
Yes.
We heard your words of confidence and courage. We will stand with you.
Look at that.
Courage and
Yeah.
confidence.
Slap
We
the
got
fucking easy
Bretonnians.
button. There we go.
Galahad walks up behind each of you and goes, I was right. You were indeed chosen by the lady. You will guide us to the sword, and in the process it appears we will destroy a great evil with it. Despite our
Right.
circumstances, I believe we have been blessed this day.
I look around and I go,
I'm
can any of you
still
fuckers
alive.
cast Smite?
Then I asked Galahad.
Meta knowledge, Galahad is a paladin.
Okay, kick ass. Yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah,
We're
figure-
fighting a goddamn
Paladins,
chaos
then.
ghost. So.
I asked him if there's any, if we'll happen upon any gates, and them asking us questions, perhaps 3 questions, because I want Galahad as far away from that as possible. He seems pretty chill so far.
What?
I know not of any riddles to get within Mordheim. There are gates, as one would expect. Rather strange question.
You don't have to get the reference. It's okay.
Oh, good. Oh,
Must answer me these questions 3.
I'm having a great time playing less drunk and crazy Duetonemous. Like, because he's sobered up at this point. He hasn't had a drink in so long that he's just fucking like, he's irritated.
Yeah, he's a little more straightforward. Like, hey guys,
A little more straightforward. Yeah.
this is bullshit.
He's not like screaming like,
The
"Oh,
little bit of
I'm gonna,
brain power
I
he
will
does
rend you
have,
with
he
thunder."
can
Like,
use.
he's just like,
All right, so we could do 5,000 GP. It sounds like nobody's really super down for that. And then I needed to find a book at the library, right?
That's the main task you were given for your Mordheim expeditions.
Yeah. Okay.
But that
Okay.
was given to you by a different person.
By
That was back.
spooky
That was outside of
hooded
out of the
boy.
Deadman's respite
But
after-
Azag did ask you to go to the library too.
to get
Yeah.
the work.
Yeah.
That is true.
Dharmir.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
So I thought there was there was 2 things there. Okay, cool. So there's 2 things at the library, and you guys know of our quest ultimately.
Which you all want to find Warpstone. Well, words,
Right.
unless you ask the Skaven.
Well, when I say
Yeah,
when I
want
meant
it for different
when I
reasons.
said our quest, I meant going to the library because we could
Magitha
kill 2
wouldn't.
birds
I
with
don't
1
think she
stone.
would.
I think that's just you, Bubba.
No,
No,
that's
you all want to go to the library, remember?
Yeah. that's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, if you want to. The mad hermit basically told you had to go there because there's something going on you don't understand.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't believe him about.
It sounds like we'd
Hmm.
learn a lot more about these stones if we headed that way.
The library, however, is some distance from your first objective, so you'll be needing to complete that first to clear your head so you aren't murdered.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Galahad says to all of you, when you're ready to proceed, my knights are as well. Say the word and we will make for Mordheim South Gate.
I hike up my shit and say, all right, pack your shit. Come on, everybody. And,
Okay,
and
alright.
I kind of.
I will say, if you want to try to get supplies before you go for your own personal use, this is the time to do it.
Is there a merchant nearby?
I look for an
You
armor.
could try.
Any just look for them. We're at a camp right
At this
now.
point, it's pretty disorganized, so there could be stuff around. There could be people hawking goods, but you'd have to find
Can I
them.
roll a perception
Any
to like
stalls?
find an armor?
Yes, you could do a perception check.
There's gotta be a blacksmith at least. Yeah.
Okay. Fucking. Oh, somebody else wants. I have to grab my dice.
Jimmy, calm down, good buddy.
A band like this should have at least have an armorer. Just,
Just grabbing a D20 from my phone.
so you can maybe kind of commission him to make something for us if you want to make something if you wanted to. I think that could take a while.
I roll for perception. I got a 11, 12, 12, and 13, 14. Okay, I got a 14. I do have proficiency.
You look around the tents and around the camp, and amongst your travels, you notice it looks like there's somebody who's selling some potions. You have no idea if they're legitimate though, or just some weird homebrew bullshit.
Hokey bullshit.
You definitely hear the pounding of a hammer to an anvil somewhere, and you also hear a man decrying that he has many general goods such as foodstuffs and other sorts of supplies for a long journey.
I personally seek out the pounding of the anvil, and then I'll let everybody else do what they want.
This is Arthur speaking, but do we... Or, sorry, specifically a question about my class, I suppose. Warlocks can be kind of close-ranged, but what do I just use kind of like rogue things similarly? Like, I have a short sword and a couple daggers. It's just kind of like that's what I should be looking for if I do want new weapons.
No, you should just use whatever you can use.
Yeah,
Pick whatever
ultimately.
You want, really.
But like,
you're gonna probably want to have Eldritch Blast on like fucking speed dial, my guess.
yeah, Ray of Sickness as well.
Or
you can
they're both cantrips.
You can use any weapon you can use, but I mean your class is a caster for a reason.
Yeah, but I do have some close range stuff that I can do. I'm just trying to think like if I'd have any negatives. Probably anything that would work well with dexterity.
Just what are your proficiencies as a warlock?
Like charisma.
He's got short. I'm sure that like simple martial weapons are probably his proficiencies.
That's probably
it's
what I
quite
would do.
simple and martial. So you can use stuff like longswords too. It's really up to you.
Okay. All right. Just kind of. I didn't know.
I have a bonking stick.
Fair enough. I haven't played a lot of D&D, so I'm just kind of asking these questions. Didn't know if I would have like a negative roll if I use a
You
certain
only have a
thing.
negative. It's a weapon that you can't use.
What would those be? If
Depends on what your proficiency are. Like I
Okay.
said,
okay, cool.
I don't know what your proficiency are as a warlock.
So like I know
Probably
that
simple and martial.
most people start off with simple weapon proficiency, and then according
Actually,
to your
probably
class.
proficiency.
There we go. What warlock weapon proficiency? I'll just look this up. Sorry, I don't want to slow us down. Let's
You're
continue.
proficient.
No, you're fine.
I'm looking it
Simple
up.
weapons. You're proficient with simple weapons.
Okay, cool.
Like daggers, short swords, clubs, quarterstaff.
Dope. That's fine with me. I'll wield a short sword or two. That's fine.
So, are you going to the blacksmith as well?
I'd like to. Yeah. I have some
Who else is going?
monies.
I want to head right on over to the sketchy potion stand.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I want to go
Where
with
are you
Magitha.
going?
Are there any like
You
spell
want to go to the
cast?
sketchy potion place?
Yes, that sounds entertaining.
I'd like to actually do a perception check to see if there's any like scroll sellers or like you know what I mean.
Go for it.
Okay.
Tell me the sketchy potion man is Justin Roiland again.
I got a 9. Do I add my proficiency bonus to a perception check?
Only if you're proficient in proficiency.
Oh,
Otherwise, you should add your modifier.
what's the modifier for persistence?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, so I got a 10. I hope I get to see it.
Your roll was lower than Duetonemous's, so no. You see the same shit he does.
Oh, okay. And he didn't see any of those because he was
He did
just
not.
specifically looking for that. All right, that's fine. I guess I could probably just ask the blacksmith when I get there. So. All right, I'll go with Duetonemous.
We'll head to the blacksmith first, then. Duetonemous and Dharmir round the corner to the sound of the ringing of an anvil as embers spark and fly past them. They look to see the matriarch they had spoken to before. The sister of Sigmar is now pounding at the anvil, working on a new hammer. She puts it in the fire and then sets it to cool before looking at each of you. And goes, "Hail and well met. Glad to see you are still alive."
Look at her and I say, "That's some fine fucking steel work."
I was hoping to see
Sigmar
Andre.
guides my hand.
I was
I
hoping
was
we
looking
turn.
for something that packs a little more wallop. I got this here great sword, but I was hoping maybe I could get my hands on it, like an axe, something I could really rend flesh from bone from, you know. In Sigmar's name, you know, of course.
Sigmar. Praise Sigmar and all that. Yeah.
This isn't, unfortunately, a place of plenty at this time. War has come often in the lands of Mordheim, and we have few enough resources as it is. However, I do look favorably upon those that are chosen by Ulrich. Some of us still remember he who taught Sigmar the path of righteousness. And so, I do have something for you.
Oh yeah.
But what of you, elf? What is it you require from me?
Sorry. Elf.
That's on you, Dharmir. It's talking to you.
Oh. Oh, you said. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking at. Well, I don't know. I show him my short sword that I basically haven't used yet, so I don't have
It's a
any need
lady.
for it.
Thank you.
Oh, show her. Sorry. Well, I was looking at Andre
Wait.
quotes, and I was gonna try to find something because it would be funny. All right,
You will
but I'm not like brandishing
Yeah,
it. I'm
you
just,
should be. You'll be at a disadvantage when you're using that short sword, but that's a martial weapon.
Short swords are martial, so I have to use like my daggers. Well, first
You'd
of
have to
all,
use some things. Daggers are also not martial,
no,
or are
simple.
not simple.
What are simple
Yeah.
weapons then?
Oh wait, no, they are. Okay, I didn't see them at first. Daggers are simple.
Simple web.
There's clubs, daggers, great clubs, hand axe, javelin, light hammer, mace, quarterstaff, sickle, and spear. Those are all simple weapons. That's what you can use.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Well then I present him. I have 1,000. Sorry, I have 100 GPs. That's one of the things I chose or whatever for my starting, and then I present him this short sword. I was wondering, her. Sorry.
Her.
Would you like to purchase this short sword for me? Perhaps this could be of use to you. I don't have any need for it.
I suppose we could make use of it. It would be good for drilling some of the lads. I'll give
Perhaps,
you 5 gold pieces.
perhaps in exchange for a. What kind of weapon do I want to use? I don't think like javelins and stuff. Maybe just a mace. I'll be down for a mace. Do you have any maces?
We have the instruments of Sigmar's justice indeed, elf. And she put down on the table a crude cudgel-like looking mace. The metal that is on it is flanged, and on it you can see the words, the inscription Sigmar written across it.
Oh. I don't know if I can use a weapon bearing that name, but I would still like to sell you this short sword.
I'll give you 5 gold pieces for that short sword.
Here you go, sir. But lady, lady. I don't know why. I'm sorry. My bad.
I think you might be getting ripped off.
I didn't actually say that. No, 5 gold pieces isn't bad. That they sell. I'm seeing that they can sell like
Short
maces.
swords are bought for
5,000
10.
to a dude like in like.
Short swords are worth 10 GP.
That's not so bad then. That's better than a
yeah.
GameStop trade.
5,000 my ass.
That's 5,000.
All right, so then she gestures now again to Duetonemous and says, "Your sword. May I see it?"
Sure. You got something for my boy while you're at it? Just you know, he's wolf and curse just like me. He's praise Ulrich. Yeah.
Do a luck roll.
Okay. I look down at him and I say, "I'm trying, man." I got a 14%.
Oh, there it is.
That's good in
I
this
was waiting
case.
for the fail.
Okay.
She looks down at him, and a certain light goes into her eye for a moment, and she says, "Yes, I see Ulrich has a purpose for you. Perhaps that's why I've been holding on to this." She heads into the back, and she comes out with an axe. The axe is noticeably for someone of an average height. It wouldn't be that, or rather, it's compared to Sigmus. It's large because it's intended for a normal-sized man, or if anything, a large man. She grips it fondly and says, "This This axe I received when I was battling on the frozen waste of Norska. I encountered Wulfric's men there and slaughtered one of his champions. Rather than kill me and my men when we were defeated, Wulfric instead gave me that axe and told me to bring it home to remind the Southerners what awaits them up north. For a long time, it has brought me some sort of shame. In some ways, I even found redemption through it. Its reminder of my mistakes led me to a brighter path. But now, I think it is best entrusted to you, young Cygnus.
Nice.
Pat him on the back and said, "Hell yeah, buddy! First big boy weapon."
She brings the axe to him, and when he grips it, he almost drops it for a second. But then, when he lifts it again, it's clear that it's absolutely no issue for him to hold the weapon. More so, you can see that around the axe's head, there is now the glow and hum and the soft, faint, cold feeling of frost all around the axe's head.
Oh shit, that's tight.
Cygnus puts it on his back.
I look at the axe, somewhat envious, but not like, I don't know. It's not like a weapon I would use. It looks too like unwieldy for me.
I want to tell him, I would teach you properly how to wield a great weapon, but looks like you pretty much got it, bud.
Nice.
Well, when I wield the axe, I feel stronger somehow. I'm not sure.
Fuck yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, awesome. I gave the lady my sword, by the way.
She takes your sword and says she takes it and holds it over the fire, over the hot smelting steam. She says a few words and plunges the sword deep into it, apparently melting it down to the very hilt.
Okay.
However, when she begins to raise the hilt, she looks to you, and as she raises the sword from the molten slag, the blade is still there. Only now it glows a white hot. As the heat begins to settle from it, the blade now has a lustrous shine and radiant glow to it. Embossed upon it are the word on one side is the word Ulrich, on the other side Sigmar, and dividing that is a wolf.
Oh fuck yeah!
She hands you the weapon.
We're alive now. This is like, you're like, oh, you're my spirit animal.
She hands you the weapon and says, "This weapon will be a reflection of Ulrich's will, and you will be his fang. You should find that this weapon is able to harm the forces of chaos and those that would resist blows that could fell lesser men. It's a silvered weapon now."
Oh fuck yeah! Well, I mean, my spirit animal is probably a wolf, but like, we'll roll that back. And I just want to say thank you, and I will wield this weapon with honor, and I will fell my enemies with it, and it'll be great. I sheath it and I walk away, just pleased as punch.
A moment, elf. I understand why you would not wield a weapon of our people, so instead, perhaps
I mean, no
can give you
disrespect.
these. Worry not. If you were to travel into Mordheim, I would not have anyone ill-equipped. And she brings forth two very small curved swords. They have a wicked edge to them. The metal is a bottomless, deep black. She says, "I gained these weapons when I dueled one of the hag witches of Harganeth. It is a weapon of your people and belongs in your hands."
I accept this.
They do 1d4
nice.
slashing.
Mm-hmm.
Normally they're just light weapons, sickles are, but since these are dark elf weapons, they have finesse, so you get to use your dex modifier.
Okay. I'll write that down. Are these enchanted, perhaps magical?
No.
Okay.
They're made from a very strong metal. And what's unique about them is that they're... Well, you know what? I will say this, actually, because I'm glad you asked that. You'd have to roll Arcana. But if anybody could discover something magical about it, it'd be your own people. So if you roll Arcana, you get to roll with advantage. Would you like to do that?
I would like to do that.
Honestly, and I will tell you guys this because Tecta and Tay are also probably going to get something of some worth because I am Mordheim. Every adventure into Mordheim, I want to be very memorable in the sense that, like, in Darkest Dungeon, when you went on the actual Darkest Dungeon adventures, the sheer, like, almost panic that sets in because of the feeling that death is around the corner. Like, I'm not going to pull punches at Mordheim, so I want you to be prepared.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I needed an 18 for you to pass. So, they're sickles of rending. They can cause bleeding effects on people when you hit them.
I'm sure I would have figured that out if I was going to use them, but now I'm a little more likely to use them. Sickle of rending. Oh, they're ×2, you said.
Yes, they're paired weapons.
So 1d4 light can cause bleed. Sickle of rending ×2.
So yeah, that's for you guys.
Sick nasty.
As for
Tecta.
Magitha and I almost put Tecta and Magitha's name together. Magitha and Tecta. You guys start heading towards the tent where there's a hawker decrying his stock of potions. As you get closer, you can hear what he's saying more clearly, and he says, "Yes, yes, I have something for what ails anyone, for what ails you and you. Come on down. I promise good health to you, in Sigmar's name."
Oh yes, the snake oilsman.
What did you say?
I said, oh yeah, snake oilsman.
Okay. So, oh wait, I did want to know what's the difference between an insight check and a perception check?
Insight is more like just trying to discern the nature of somebody. It's like, I believe did it replace deception checks and stuff like that?
Oh, deception is a skill.
Yeah.
It requires charisma.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, that is what it is. Yeah, if someone was like bullshitting, that would be a way for you to determine if they were an insight check.
Cool. 15.
You want to see if he's legit?
Yeah.
He's. I'm not gonna counter roll against that. That's pretty great.
His insight, his bullshit versus your insight.
What'd you get again?
15.
Oh, dude, you are so sure that he's helping somebody.
So okay, cool. So I'm gonna walk right.
He's pretty
up
sure
to
he's
it.
helping somebody.
And I'm gonna be like, hey, what are your wares? What are you selling?
Well, I have a great many wares for a great many people, you see. I'm a pleaser of fine folk such as yourself, even if you are just a little thing. I have many potions and consumables, and he leans a little closer, even a couple things that can help somebody going to, say, a cursed city of sorts.
Oh, ooh! I lean close into him and I say, ooh, like what?
Well, like things I can't really talk about while I'm out here. You know. But if you wanted to come into me tent with your really big, scaly friend over there, well, I might be able to help you.
Tata, will you come into this tent with me?
Sure.
Cool. All right, let's go in.
Magitha, when you walk past him, you realize he's not even looking at you. He's just, like, staring at the fucking lizardman, and he looks super hyped about it. As Tecta's walking by, he goes, "Oh, my lord, I'll tell you, I've heard many a tale about you folk. I've heard you do a right good thing, bashing up them Northmen and those dirty rats."
The rats spread chaos, and they all need to be purged.
Right, yes. We're all haters of chaos around here, no worries about that. As you come into the tent, you see that it's a little bit bigger than you imagined it would be, and there's a number of people already there shopping for things. And there are a lot more wares than there was originally portrayed. There is equipment, there are items, there's definitely something for everyone, as he mentioned before.
Oh boy.
Hey, we found a little nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Tata. You want to take a look around?
Yeah.
Alright, so what about
trust
that?
mysterious potion sellers.
What did you say?
Potion seller.
You should always trust mysterious potion sellers.
Yeah, but they're always super legit, never shady.
I am in need of your strongest
just
potion.
occasionally. They talk exactly like Justin Roiland.
Hey, he was great, but he's not coming back.
Dude, I loved it so much.
He and his mom died in agony, thanks to Nerd.
I forgot. I didn't know if this was like a prequel or...
It is a, well, It is a separate continuity.
Okay.
Because the original one went into the end times. Which I was planning to originally do Mordheim 2 Electric Boogaloo, which would have taken place after the end times, but since that party doesn't really exist anymore, I'm like, time to start a new adventure. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
God damn it, Arthur.
I love this fucking video so much.
Yeah, that was
So, you guys are both there. What are you two looking for, so I can, help guide you along to your next little narrative ditty?
Well, like originally I was looking for like HP potions or like anything interesting. I, out of character, personally love things that explode and are just a lot of fun. So I was just like,
Alright. Actually, I kind of remember a conversation we had, and I was kind of looking for an opportunity like this. So, you see in the back, there is a dwarf. He is also selling some potions, but you also see he's selling a number of dwarven armaments and explosives.
Kaboom.
right on.
That might be who you want to talk to.
Super enticed by that. I do want to go talk to this dwarf guy.
Alright. And what about you, Tecta? Why get things set up?
Potions aren't fit for a beast, let alone a man. No, they said my potions kill a dragon, let alone a man. Have you seen that video, Jason?
Yeah.
Wait, probably.
This feel good. I'm playing that in the background while you guys do your thing.
You guys picking some stuff up or what's up?
What are you doing, Tecta?
I'm just gonna shadow behind Magitha. I can't really think.
Oh,
of
you
anything.
just want to see what she's getting down with?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Okay, come on over here. This dude looks like he's got some cool stuff.
As you step forward, he looks down at Magitha and laughs immediately. He goes, "Oh, it's not every day I see someone shorter than I. What can the Darley do for you?"
Every day I see people taller than me. It's very nice to meet you. I was looking at, your wares and things. I was looking for something that maybe, like, went a little bang bang. Do you have anything like that?
Ha ha ha! The Darley have plenty of things that explode. What can I get for you?
Well, like, maybe, like, some dynamite, some... I should have looked up explosives before I started this conversation.
Dynamite, you say, Drongar? Oh, yes. A favorite of those who walk outside the mountains. And good for us as well. For prospecting.
Yeah, prospecting. Wink, wink. That's totally what I was thinking of doing. I would love...
Well, if you crack a few Kazgaka Doomies, I wouldn't mind a bit.
Well, like, how much for that? How much for, like a bundle?
For the Wangar, it'll be 100 gold pieces.
Whew, how much for, like, half a bundle?
Well, since it seems you're a bit short on coin, I'm guessing from what you're saying, the Wangar, it will be 20 gold.
Okay, I think I can swing 20 gold for two sticks of dynamite. Is that what we're talking? Is that what we're saying?
Fair enough, the Wangar. Take this
Cool.
gift courtesy of the Dawi.
Thank you so much. Do you have like bags? Like I'd like a paper bag if you have one.
He laughs really hard and just hands you and just puts the dynamite on the table and palms your gold.
Okay.
He then
cool.
looks to the lizard and he goes, "And what of you, Dwangar? What are you needing?" Dwangar means dwarf friend, by the way. Thought that might be important to know.
Who's the dwarf friend?
Oliver is.
They both are.
Well, yeah.
Oh, where's Oliver?
He's a very cheerful dwarf.
I can't hear. Oliver, you there, bud?
Yeah, sorry, I was
Thinking, you're good.
No, cat was being stupid. I muted myself for a sec. I turned off my own mic for a second. Okay, what'd you say again, sir? I had my headphones off because the cat.
Oi, cracking big Durak! Those Dongar shall be served by us, Dory. What can I get for you?
I just slightly raise my shield, look at it, and then just. Do you have anything that could replace this? As it's probably it's exceedingly scuffed up from how many shield bashes I've launched goblins with. Oh no.
Aye, I knew upon looking at ya that it would be Durak you seek, and Durak I've got, especially for one like you. You see, the mountains I come from, they have lizardmen around them. We've crafted many a thing for them. I have something for you as well. He goes ahead and heads backwards and grabs just humongous fucking tower shield. It's got ornate finery depicting one of the greatest battles of the lizardmen against the Skaven hordes. He puts it down in front of you and says, "This cracking huge Durak is going to be for you, Dawanga. You can consider this one free, on account of the many battles we've shared."
Well, thank you very much.
No need to mention it. Only do one thing for me. Erase some names from my dumbass crowd, Dawanga.
What? Sorry, I couldn't understand you for a second there.
When he says not using dwarf speak, is he wants you to eliminate people from his book of grudges. Basically, what he's saying is you should kill some people that dwarves hate.
I've been given worse tasks.
I feel like he's saying that kind of like a jovial way, like like, use it for the right causes kind of thing, right? Or is he literally just giving him okay?
I mean, though, that being said, dwarves take their book of grudges very fucking
Very seriously, yeah.
The Dalmas Kron is not something to be laughed at.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, is like when he was saying that, I didn't know if he.
Yeah, he was being
not actually giving him a okay, that's what I was saying.
No, yeah, he's not getting a quest. So your shield is a master crafted tower shield, Oliver. And when you use your special actions, or whenever you simply push or attack somebody with your shield, it will do 1d6 radiant damage, including your strength modifier.
Nice.
And what is the AC modifier bonus for it?
For a tower shield?
Yeah, I don't know what
Oh,
that's
sure.
on my head.
You look that up.
Be two, right? For any
Probably a
shield.
lot.
I'm pretty sure. Because I think that 5e works.
Yeah, it's
I think that's how 5e works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it gives you +2 AC.
Yeah, okay.
only when you have it out.
Normally,
Yeah.
you would have a disadvantage on attack rolls, too. You do not have that. And when you're using a fucking tower shield, you get a half cover.
Yeah. Okay.
There is a downside due to how strong this weapon is. It does, when enemies are nearby, Lord of the Rings style, it's going to light up, which will give you away.
It already gets a
Glows blue like the
disadvantage on
stupid sword
stealth
from the
rolls.
Hobbit.
It glows a radiant yellow.
Okay.
The color of the old gods. Alright. So, as Magitha admires her dynamite, the man from before walks up over to her and crouches down and goes, "By the way, when I said we didn't like chaos, I was being a tad bit facetious. We apply to all customers."
As soon as I walked in here, I felt that coin was the language up in here. Is there anything
Well,
else?
There's coin and then there's favors for some. Promises for more.
Are you trying to make a deal? You trying to make a little deal?
I believe that there's a man further in the back, covered up by the top. I believe he wants to speak with you. Mind the smell.
Okay, all right, okay. Wink, wink. I head in that direction.
All right. So
Good to know.
you wind your way through the tent,
Jason.
and you can see now there's one area of the tent that is covered. However, that cover is like rotted. There's maggots crawling around it. You can see a fetid, or you can almost see a fetid stench rising up from behind it.
This actually doesn't bother me, and I just I'm just go ahead and right in and move the tarp aside.
If I was here, I would say this stench is looking pretty fetid.
You're greeted to a rotted, obese man lounging in a throne. There's a bile and foam like gurgling and bubbling out his mouth as it hangs agape, and he stares at you. He looks at you and says, "Blessings of the rock father upon you."
Is this
Good
dark
job with that.
tongue or?
He is just speaking English. There's just a lot of shit in his mouth.
Sir, I didn't quite catch that.
He looks at you and then vomits this like vile and awful, just disgusting miasma on the ground and says, "There, that's better. Blessings of the Rock Father upon you."
Good days of the Plague Father to you.
Child of despair, I've seen you come here, and I know where you will go. Of course, to Mordheim, likely to serve his will. So I would bless you.
Okay.
Give me your weapon. Produce
So
your instrument for despair.
I pull out my warhammer and I hand it over to him.
He takes it and looks at it and he goes, "An ugly thing, not yet perpetrated by rot. To spread true joy, you must spread its malignance. The joy of the despair of the rot father." And he takes your hammer and swallows it.
Okay. All right.
He burbles
Cool.
and begins to make sickening noises as he takes his hands and rips his stomach apart. The hammer falls out, and it looks nothing like it did before. It looks almost as if it's alive. There's some sort of malignant flesh wrapped around certain parts of it, and the metal itself looks as if it should be completely rusted to the point of falling apart, but seems stronger than ever. Take this gift of Nurgle and spread his many blessings.
Okay. So I go ahead and take it from him. I do a little curtsy. I say thank you so much. I love this little interaction. No gold,
He
right?
starts
No
throwing
gold
up.
for this.
He starts throwing up more.
I just walk away.
No gold. You just get
okay.
that.
Need a napkin, buddy? Or...
Cool.
Yeah,
And
sorry,
then I give
I'm not there.
I give him the old Corona elbow, and then I walk out of that weird room. But
So
what does this warhammer
your
do?
warhammer is now blessed by Nurgle.
Cool.
So you're gonna do an you're gonna do an extra D4 of necrotic damage. And when you hit people, they're going to have to roll to see if they don't get one of many of Nurgle's ailments.
The poop
Awesome.
sword.
Totally. Hell yeah. Awesome.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
I'm just writing this down.
So we all meeting back up.
I got a thumbs down for poop. Maintain laugh. Got 30. What the fuck?
It's not a poop sword, it's a blessed Nurgle
my Reddit
vomit
card.
warhammer. It does 1d4 necrotic damage.
Okay, I got one poop sword hammer. I got one thumbs up.
Fucking day. All right. So yeah, you guys can meet up.
I'm just sitting here like doing some flourishes with my blade, and I'm making like weird little noises, going like whoosh whoosh. Is that like swinging around?
Sigmus
I'm
is
super-
some distance away, just shaking his head at you.
I'm like whoosh. Are you fucking seeing this thing? It's so cool. Woo.
He mutters to himself. Sometimes I really forget who's the younger of us.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us.
He muttered to himself, sir. You're gonna have to roll to hear that.
Okay. 17, 18.
All right, you hear him. It wasn't that fucking hard. He wasn't being that quiet. It's kind of like, you know, he's like, well, he doesn't have to hear me, but if he did, that's fine too, kind of situation.
Swinging my shit, going like making lightsaber noises, even though that's not a thing.
Exactly.
I
You're
have
making magic noises.
I have both my sickles basically strapped to either side of my hips. They're like kind of
Alright.
covered by my cloak.
Your hips don't lie. That's what's up.
Man, I have hips
Oh,
too.
I see. When I see my compatriots, I immediately go, "Did you guys get some cool shit? We got some cool shit."
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
hold
we
up
got
my
some
shield
bullshit.
triumphantly.
Fuck yeah, cool shield.
I'm a little more
Nice-
interested in
nice
putting
poop
them
hammer.
to the test.
And poop hammer.
All right. So let's move past Poop Hammer, please.
Oh, you're funny, yeah, definitely.
This is Warhammer. Thank you.
PSP, Jack, that's not gonna happen.
Could have been, you know, anything else. Rot Hammer, Pox Hammer, you know, Plague Hammer. There's an endless list. But immediately, we went for fucking Poop Hammer. Except Arthur.
Well,
Thank you,
Vomit
Arthur, in
Warhammer.
this case.
Still,
But see, that was acceptable, though. It wasn't. It was like the middle area. It wasn't like you didn't exactly go up to the bar or past it. You kind of still missed, but it's better than Poop Hammer.
Poop hammer.
There's your tagline for this one. Better than Poop Hammer. There you go.
Yeah, that's the name of this episode. Poop hammer.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, you guys have met up. You're ready to speak with the Bretonians and make your way to Mordheim.
Alright.
I feel like the audio for this is gonna be fucked up because like nobody's gonna know what we're all laughing about in the middle of it. It's because it's gonna be Poop Sword Hammer, and I feel like I gotta convey that if people are gonna listen.
No,
We're
we
gonna-
said it multiple
We
times.
say it
it'll be
enough times for sure.
alright. Yeah. The title
I
of this
think they're
episode.
gonna
The title of this episode may or may not be Poop Hammer, but we'll find out.
Find out next time.
Yeah.
Gun Dragon Ball Z.
find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
On
Exactly.
Journey into
dude.
Mordheim.
That's right. All right. So what are we doing?
I
Do
look
we
at
wanna-
the assholes and I'm like, come the fuck on, are you all ready? Not you guys, the Bretonians.
The Bretonians are at the cathedral.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well,
They weren't
let's
shopping for shit. The lady provides.
get back to the cathedral so we can mount up with these boys.
So I didn't have to pay for these sickles, right? We didn't really. They're just being really nice.
You did not.
Nice. Hell yeah.
None of you could afford what I gave you, so I just gave it to you.
Fair enough.
Hey,
Thank you.
I have
We could've
170
performed
gold
basic
at least.
sexual favors.
No. Mm-mm.
No.
She wasn't having that, okay?
No.
She's already married to fucking Sigmar.
But I'm Duetonemous Riker.
Yeah, but Sigmar.
Probably wouldn't
Never
stop him
found.
from trying, is all.
Smell bad and you're hairy. Yes, I think Sigmar's better.
Well, Sigmar probably smells bad in his hair. He was a Norskin, too.
But he's a
into it.
wolf as well, though.
All right.
I mean, he
So
smells
you,
like
guys,
wet
you guys
dog.
head to the cathedral?
He smells bad in his hair, but like a hippie kind of way.
Oh, that's worse.
Is that what happens?
I guess. I don't know. I was
Yeah,
thinking
that's where
what
I'm going.
a good
I'm
way to
literally
be.
not listening to anything anybody's saying and just making lightsaber noises, walking to the swinging my shit
Like-
around, walking to the fucking
All
cathedral.
right. So we'll say that you all head to the cathedral.
I just
If
say
you get there, the Bretonians are outside of the cathedral now. They are all have their armor on, they have their weapons prepared, and they are mounted upon their horses. You see 3 horses, for those who don't have one, obviously. Well, a pony for Magitha. And
Thank you.
your
I remember
Saurian Tecta's Saurian has been dragged out as well. Surprisingly, one of the Rail Knights managed to do it, but you can clearly see a bite mark on his shoulder and one of his boots.
Oh no.
It's not it didn't break the armor, but it's enough to make a little dent.
Jesus. Oh, Sigmar. Look.
Galahad looks to the three of you that didn't have your own mounts originally and goes, "We have provided mounts for you. You are not peasants, and you should not travel with knights without the appropriate regiment."
Thank you so much, Galahad.
You have like a fucking Clydesdale. Like I
You
just want the
Galachad.
biggest fucking horse you got.
Galachad. He is kind of a
Yeah,
Chad.
I got a boy to carry on the back of it.
You got a nag, bro. And Sigmus has got a pony too. They didn't really have much in the way of extra horses. They kind of got what they could for you, so they're not the greatest
Don't ride
horses.
ponies anyway, so I'm guessing they're in large supply and.
That's a big deal,
Yes.
though. Horses are super valuable for us.
Yes. So,
That'll turn
Thanks
a,
for the
guys,
turn
thanks
a
for the
week's,
horse.
week's journey into a few
She
days.
smells a little bad, but and she looks kind of like I'll give her some hay. I'll give her some love.
Hey guys, can we like get out of here before Velkov shows up? I'm trying to like L that dude so hard.
Oh fuck yeah! No, I
did
was.
someone say the divine name of Velgoth?
Motherfuck
Son of
me.
a-
Sigmar's was amongst us!
I hop and I go, "Come on, boys!" And I say that to the party and the Draconians. I'm like, "Let's get the fuck out of here!" And I like my
Yes!
horse.
Ride in Sigmar's name!
Jesus Christ, this dude.
I hop on my horse and just I quickly follow Duetonemous. I think we're all making our way forward.
Yeah, we're not. He has to catch up if he wants to come with us. I am not stopping from.
As you guys ride, he continues to yell things, and as you're almost out of distance, he finally just goes, "Why do I yell everything I say?"
At least he knows.
He's a passionate man. So it will be a day's ride to get there, and you will reach the south gate by early morning. So our heroes and the Bretonnians travel along the road to get to the south gate. As they travel across, they likely have banter or what have you. They get to know each other a little, perhaps.
I developed a serious rash on my ass from riding this fucking nasty, mangy horse.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's the horse, Duetonemous.
That's right.
It's the it's the horse.
However, the closer you get to Mordheim, the more that jovial camaraderie and conversation cease, as the oppressive feeling of chaos and then impending sense of doom washes over all of you as you finally approach the southern gate.
Yeah.
Giving me an ass rash.
I guess before we get too close, kind of take a little bit of a look around.
That's right.
Safe
There we
distance.
go. Yes, sir. Perception check. Yes, sir.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
That's what I wanted.
So perception and then plus wisdom. I just got a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a gatehouse.
Okay.
It's not in good shape. It hasn't been for a very long time. You do notice a symbol on top of it, and I'm still going to have you give me a history check, but you'll roll with advantage because you should recognize this. But you don't get out much.
Is that that's another D20?
There is history in 5e, right, guys? I get the skills confused because of Pathfinder.
Oh no, it's yeah, there is history. Yeah.
Yeah, there is history.
Boom! History.
Your
Roll that
intelligence
shit.
history check measures your ability to recall. Okay. So.
Give me that shit. Roll it.
13 and then plus intelligence, so plus 2.
Did you roll twice? You have advantage.
Roll twice? Okay.
Yeah.
They take the higher?
Yes.
Yep.
You have
St-
advantage.
Still 13.
All
Plus 2.
right, 13
15.
was enough anyways. 15 is literally, you know exactly what it is.
Okay.
Okay. So, it is a symbol of the Skaven. It is particularly the symbol for Clan Scryer. You imagine since their symbol and flags are on the gatehouse, they likely own it at this time. Factions choose to do that sometimes in Mordheim to either make people play tolls or just simply to keep tabs on people's comings and goings.
Okay. don't know how to spell scryer.
That's not going to be fun to go
I'll
through.
spell it for you, buddy.
So I relay this information. I'd like to say, say it seems that we have more Skaven that we're going to have
Sorry,
to
playing
exterminate.
Skyer.
Skyer, okay. I said, oh yeah, but Scryer, okay. It
No, I
seems we
said
have
Scryer.
more Skaven that we're going to come across of Clan Skyer.
Rats make good fodder for the blade.
Good fertilizer for the soil.
So, we done talking about killing Skaven. Maybe we should start looking for a way in without having to deal with them, perhaps. Our men can certainly handle it, but we could be overwhelmed. Skaven are truly not to be underestimated, despite what some of my more haughty friends would say.
I've forgotten your name. I'm so sorry.
Sir Galahad, sire.
Galahad. Okay, and you lead these Bretonians. Well, argument. Do you men thirst for Skaven blood? Do that, motherfucker.
Should we be forced to face the Skaven, I will not relent, and I will admit there will be some satisfaction in their eradication. However, I insist there is a great threat ahead of us. We should tread carefully and make sure that our decision is not a rash one.
I suppose we can't just jump into fucking. We have you guys all fucked up before even getting to Mordheim. So.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly my thoughts, sir. You're wiser than you seem.
Well, I ain't that smart, but I'm pretty wise.
Indeed, experience can sometimes be an easy replacement for intelligence.
Well,
There's a virtue in that.
Looks like they're the same fucking stat. Oh.
we're kind of a large party at this point, so I think being stealthy is out of the equation, unless we would just try to find a way to open the gates. But that sounds, just walking in the front door didn't sound like a good idea. So
You are correct that stealth will be difficult.
yeah.
Grail Knights are boisterous in combat to the point that they refuse to use ranged weapons or weapons that they view as peasant weapons.
Oh.
Okay.
They ride proudly into combat.
Well, let's ride
I also
proudly.
get a disadvantage on
around.
stealth and glow in front of enemies.
That's
But
true.
since they're NPCs, they're obviously going to let you boys make the first move.
All right. So, do you guys want to just try to see if maybe we can kind of patrol the perimeter a little bit, see if we can find an
Yeah,
entrance or
can I-
something, or do you just
Can I roll
want to
perception
charge
to
the
see
fuck
if I can find a way to get past without Skaven?
You can also roll a perception check, yeah. That is a good idea since somebody rolled pretty low on it.
Yep.
All right.
I got a nat
I'm
20.
taking it.
You got a natural 20?
Yes.
Never fucking mind. You go right ahead.
You're aware of an
It's
entrance
like
to the
two
You're aware of an entrance to the Mordheim Warrens, where the Skaven and the Shadow Lords people run their operations.
Where are these catacombs?
That is a way you could get right past the gate from there.
Okay.
There is also, that there has been for some time a number of Skaven. They are specifically Skaven Jezzails, which means they have warp lock rifles, essentially snipers. And they've been pointed at you for some time.
Nice to relay the information to the group.
At this point, you know because of your nat 20 that the Skaven are watching to see what you will say or do.
If he relays the information to us, I'm gonna look at everyone and say, so maybe we're gonna want to either back away slowly or, Skaven blood, like I said.
Well, if we try to enter, you said kind of like a mound or like an underground tunnel of
There's an
sorts?
entrance into the Warrens of Mordheim,
Entrance to the
where the
Warrens.
Skaven have furthered their undercity, and where the Shadow Lord makes his operations, a criminal underboss.
Well, now that they know where we're headed, or they could see us, I'm a little worried that they would follow us in there and then we'd be pinned.
They might. Their exact intentions are unclear. Oliver only knew that they were watching because of his nat 20. He could closely observe how they were looking at it.
Is this
You
entrance
could
out of
try to
sight?
insight check them now that you're aware of them. I'll tell you that much.
Here, let me roll inside.
And what did you ask me, Arthur?
Is this this entrance out of sight, perhaps? Maybe we could just leave and
The entrance
the
is
entrance.
close to the wall.
it's okay, so they would still kind of see us.
Hey, I might reroll this just because it seems stupid, but I got another nat 20. I was about to roll insight, so I have a 24.
Okay, I mean, you can roll insight.
Yeah, that's what I want. I finally
You
have
get
luck.
the feeling
I've never
that they
had it.
have barely contained bloodlust right now. They really want to kill you, but probably not. It's probably not their choice that they haven't fired on you yet. You imagine there's probably someone in charge.
Okay, as before I relay the information to the party.
Skaven are pretty cowardly. My guess is if we do not have to face them, they will not fight us. Is this our only entrance to the city, or is this just
This is the closest entrance to the poor quarter. Anything else would take a long time, and you don't have the supplies for it. You'd have to start scavenging within Mordheim, which is possible. You could find war bands that met an unfortunate fate and pillage their resources, but you might also starve.
Well, shit. I draw my sword immediately, and I go, and I just kind of like look at it, and I go, oh, I'm really itching to test this thing out. But maybe we should have to see what the rat things say, but my guess is they're probably going to try to kill us.
Listen to the rat things.
Having faced them before, which I imagine Duetonemous may just have.
You fought them already in this campaign. What did you say, Tecta?
I said we have to listen to the rat things. I was responding to.
So we're gonna go and talk to him? That sounds weird.
Do they have I mean, but they're obviously they're holding back for some reason. Do they want to talk to us? Maybe they want us to make a deal with them to get into
They've
the
been
city.
waiting for you to make the first move, but it's clear they're getting impatient. There's someone, you can now see another figure on the ramparts that's moving to a position where they'll come into view and be able to speak with you more clearly.
Okay. I think we should just go and talk to them.
It's a great.
Don't brandish
The Skaven that
weapons.
approaches you is a great-haired Skaven with robes. One of its hands is prosthetic, and you can see glowing green warp energies flowing through it. It carries a staff with a warp stone on top, and it has a horn sprouting out from the sides of its head.
There's a warp stone on top. Do we know this?
Yeah, oh yeah, you guys know what warp stone looks like.
Warp stone, sorry.
No, I called it warp stone because that's what Skaven call it. Everybody else calls it warp stone.
Okay.
Hey there. Hey. So we're just here.
Silence, beasting! What man thinks scale back beast things want? You want get fast quick into Mordheim? Steal many much warpstone? Warpstone is Icket Claws! Warpstone is mine! Mine!
Okay.
We simply seek safe passage through. We don't want your warp stones.
What dirty man things want seeking Mordheim then?
We've heard that there's a library to peruse.
We should let Galahad speak for this. We're going to rescue his party as well.
Well, I mean, I did say some. Dharmir said something of relevance there.
Yeah,
I prefer that
we're just gonna
NPCs
go to
not
the
have
library.
conversations with NPCs. That is a good idea, though.
We're basically we'd just be letting Jack talk to himself, kind of.
What take many much knowledge from ruins of dead man things? What you provide for Clan Skya in return for much mercy?
What do you want?
Warpstone! All warpstone mine! You bring many much warpstone, or else we thusly hate kill!
So basically, we could go through, but it's only a one-way ticket. If we don't have a warp stone on the way back out, then I could be happy with this.
They're gonna murder the fuck out of you, is what they're saying.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be strong enough to fight them by the time we're coming back out. We don't know. But yeah, I think we could agree to that for now, right?
I think so. I think that's reasonable.
You'll have your warp stone.
Yes! This much pleases it a claw! You please Clan Skya! Maybe you smart man things! You will live blind, not die today!
The gates begin. You hear the rattling of chains. The gates begin to swing open, and you guys reach level 2 as you prepare to enter Mordheim.
Hey.
God.
I can
I'm so
finally have
tired of being
smite.
the barbarian
Yes!
with fucking 23 health.
I thought you said smite was level 11 or something, Oliver.
Smite is level 2.
Oh, level
You
two.
No,
get it
there's
real
a
quick.
there's a
You get
bonus
true
to
smite at
smite.
level 11. It gets even
Yeah.
stronger.
Yep.
It gets dumb at level 11.
Very cool.
I cannot wait for some combat next time, but I still really enjoyed all the role play.
Oh no, we're still going.
Yeah, we haven't
Well,
fought
we're not done
anything
yet.
yet. I want to
You're
get
not
to a
done. You
fight.
guys are hitting level 2. So before you get into any real shit.
Okay, fuck.
This is
well,
just the benchmark.
I was about to say I got a bunch of shit to write down at midnight.
It's okay.
So give me a.
Yeah.
So
It
my
gives everybody a chance to get a quick breather. I can get some water.
my spells known go from 2 to 3. Does it mean I pick a new spell?
Yeah, you can pick a new spell from the levels that you know.
Do you prefer that we do that like through the story, or do I just magically I just kind of eureka moment?
Well, you'll have some more words appear on your grimoire granting you a spell.
Oh,
I don't know
nice.
how it works for warlocks, but I get like
11.
2, like I can learn like 1 or 2 more spells. So like now I have like 7 spells in total, but I only have 3 spell slots. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it means you can use a lot of different spells, but only a couple times.
Does it not work like that for a warlock, or?
No, he also probably has a good couple spell uses, but I think warlocks don't get as many spells known.
I only have 3. For my second level I have 3 spells known, and then I have 2 spell slots. I actually only had 1 previously, so I couldn't have. Oh, that's a
Yeah,
cantrip.
I think warlocks start off a little weaker.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Slot level 1 at the moment.
Alright, I'm gonna go get some water really quick. Be right back.
Okay.
Jason can answer my questions too.
I'll be right back as well.
if
Yeah, what's up, bud?
Okay. So now my invocations known jumps from nothing to 2. So that means
Yeah.
I get 2 more. I get 2 invocations to pick from.
Yeah. I would just go ahead and look
Yeah.
up what
Invocations I can learn. Yeah. I'm just.
or what invocations are exactly is what you're gonna want to understand first.
Okay.
And then what invocations? Because I haven't played I'm playing a warlock right now, but I actually haven't hit level 2. So,
Bonus action costs like. Okay. Eldritch invocations.
yeah, I believe what it is. It's like it's you get spells based on your based on your Primarch or like your god or whatever. So you get to choose from a short list of spells based on your patron.
Eldritch invocations. I gotta remember which one that I had picked.
But let's see.
previously.
I'm going down. I'm actually really okay. Prerequisite organize. Oh no. Okay. So basically,
I have
you
returned with cheese.
what this allows you to do is you get to level up some of your spells. Like for instance, if you had Eldritch Blast, you could turn it to Agonizing Blast, which would add your charisma modifier to damage.
I saw that. Yeah.
Armor Shadows, another one, and I think you get these based on your, or at least the usual way this would work is you get these based on your god, your patron.
Let's open this and this. Warlock spell list.
Alright, I'm back.
Hello.
You get 2 invocations, but I think usually warlock invocations are based on the patron that you have. And I don't know if that's applicable.
Oh, I
seeing that you're
picked.
doing your own
Yeah.
group.
Well, I picked the Undying. So yeah. So that would be like the sector of patrons that I would have essentially. And it's a spell level. So these are spells I could specifically pick from this, and I have blindness, deafness, silence for second level. Oh, dead. Okay, so that doesn't tell me my invocations though. Darn.
At least I think I can't remember how I did this one with my warlock. So
Mhm.
I'm a little rusty.
Blind or deafened foe. I already have cause fear, so I don't feel like I need anything like blind deafness. So I already have something like that. Silence, just straight up silence. Oh, no sound can be created or passed through within a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. So I can, within a 20-foot radius, I can create a sphere around us that's just pure silence.
Yep.
Would you guys find that pretty useful? It sounds pretty useful.
I mean, like it'd be useful to like stop people from doing spells? So, like, if you did it like away from us, like
No,
on
Would we
an
still be
enemy
able
that
to
was away.
communicate
No, no, no.
properly if what we happen to be inside the sphere?
no, not that kind of silence. It's for the duration. It's like a different kind of silence.
Oh, like sneaky.
Yeah. For the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. Oh, is it not? Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it. Casting a spell that so I just create a sphere that I don't think it can move. I'm just like 20 feet radius, immune to thunder damage, and then creatures are deafened while entirely inside. That sounds interesting, but that sounds kind of unwieldy. I think I'll just forgo that for now. Either of those. That sounds too great. Alright, what's my spell list? Unseen Servant. I can do invisibility. Creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as on the target's person. Spell ends for target. Yeah, we need somebody who can be sneaky. That's going to be crucial for our party.
Yeah.
So it lasts up to an hour. I'm going to take that spell, actually.
Okay, I get back leveling up my character. Let's see.
So you get 2 points per level up, right?
D12.
How that works?
Here's my D12.
I really want Hellish Rebuke, though. But I can't get that quite yet. I think I need to be level 3. Because I'm technically a tiefling. Or as close as physically possible.
Stop, Jimmy. You know, I'm actually really fucking tired because I work today too, and I got to work a double tomorrow. So actually, since we are leveling up too, I might go ahead and call it good for now, and we'll start up the next Sunday going into Mordheim.
And just
I'm
okay.
cool with that. I
Yeah,
just
that
figured
sounds
since
chill.
we were all gonna level up, it was gonna take a little while.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Good with me.
Yeah, because I gotta work till I'll be busy like all day tomorrow. I gotta get some sleep.
No worries.
Plus, I want to get a little bit to just tone down a little bit. But this next session, warning you up front, it will be combat heavy. It's gonna get real.
Okay.
Next session.
oh yeah,
Arthur
well I
dies.
just got way more fucking. I now have a total of 7 health, and I can take half damage from being chewed up. So I assume I'm probably gonna be at the front of the pack, if not Magitha. I'm not.
Or
Well,
the
okay,
paladin.
Oliver
my
is
AC
pretty
is really high with
Yeah.
my shield, but it
I have
drops to
8
15 without it. Sorry.
Yeah, so I have 18 health, I have 16 armor class, and I get 18 when I have my shield out.
Oh yeah, well maybe we're all a little bit chewy then.
Well, also, actually, you get another +2 when you're using the tower shield because it counts as you being at half cover.
Oh, right. So I get, oh boy, I got 20 when it's out.
Just maybe
That's
we'll throw you
awesome.
up there.
I hope you guys enjoyed the session.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Poop,
it was a lot
hammer.
of fun.
I got a new toy, I'm fine.
Poop Sword Hammer was a pretty good session.
I had a good time.